Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, 2018. It is October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween. Imagine that, freaking another month already, almost all gone, but goes by fast. Really nice day as far as sunshine. A lot of sunshine today. Very few clouds. There's a few wispy clouds up here right now, as you can see, but for the most part, it's just a freaking gorgeous day as far as that goes. Got up to, I think, 52, 53 degrees today, so I actually got out and did a ride on the motorcycle today. But with the motorcycle, I had to gear up, so it was definitely chilly. So it's not a bad day solar-wise as far as that goes. We ended up pulling in, I think, 2.3 kilowatt hours today. So, you know, this time of year, that's not bad. I'll take it. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about a subject. I just saw this in the news, and it was something that I think happens more than people think about that it does happen. There was a nurse in Germany that killed 100 people. 100 different patients, and the reason that he was doing it, he worked in 2 different hospitals. He was doing it so that he could give them the meds to kill them, and then he would try to bring them back and save them. But he killed like 100 people. They think at least 100 people. Absolutely crazy. This guy's like 41 years old. He's already in jail for killing 6 other people, and they've linked him to these other 100 people now after they exhumed the different bodies and realized that a lot of these people had been poisoned. And there's other people that they can't connect him to because the people were cremated. So very scary stuff. I mean, to think about that you would go into the hospital to try to get help and have somebody kill you. So that's just insane. But unfortunately, there are some crazy people out there. There's definitely that. It's an insane, sick world that we live in. And there's a lot of sick freaking people out there. You know, I was just having a conversation too and talking about there's so many good people out there in the world. There really truly is. But if you turn on your local news, what do you hear every day? Okay, you hear negative. I used to call it the death news. That's I mean, I haven't had a television in over 3 years now. I gave that all up when we moved here just because I just got so sick of it, and it's very depressing. It can definitely bring you down. It can bring your mood down. All that negativity all the time. It's very counterproductive in life. But like I said, it was the death news. This person killed this person. This one was shot. This was happening. This was happening, and it's all negative. And you very rarely hear a positive, feel-good story on the news because that's not what sells in the news. That gloom and doom is what sells in the news. So. That's so sad. I mean, that's so sad because, you know, I'll tell you what, there's so many awesome people in the world, and there's just so many good people that, you know, are looking just to help other people. And it doesn't even have to be in a big way, you know. I mean, it's just doing the small things that people don't do anymore. You know, it's like, you know, going to your elderly neighbor and shoveling off her sidewalk. You know, and not even telling her that you did it, just do it, you know, not looking for that recognition or that pat on the back. And if they know you do it, you know, that's fine, but, you know, do it because you want to, not because you're looking to get something out of it. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Random acts of kindness. How is that going to hurt anything? Random acts of kindness are awesome, you know, and so you'll see this, and I always love this too, and I'll throw these stories up too. So it's Thanksgiving or it's Christmas, and everybody's in the giving spirit. We're giving, yay, you know, I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to pay for the person's behind me meal at McDonald's, and I feel good about myself because I did something. What about the rest of the year? What about in February or January when the poor and the sick are still needing assistance of some sort? Well, what are you doing then? You know, I mean, it's like they turn people away Thanksgiving and Christmas from a lot of these shelters where they're helping people because they have too many volunteers. Because that's the one time a year that people feel like, oh, I want to step up and I want to do something. But what about, like I said, what about the rest of the year? So, you know, and the thing is that mindset, it should be a mindset that we should want to help people, you know, that we should want to do the right thing. You know, unfortunately, it does not happen. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's kind of scary, but yeah, But yeah, so anyway, of course I got completely off the topic of my video. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. What do you think about this, that this gentleman could get away with killing that many people and not having people find out? You know, like on his watch, the number of deaths were greatly increased. I know I've worked in nursing homes and different things before where, you know, the common knowledge was that such and such nurse was stealing narcotics. Or, you know, like I'm going to give you a great example. I worked on a psychiatric unit one time, more than one time, but I mean, it was one of the places that I worked at. And I did my 5 days a week, and I had the weekend off. And I came back, and it was on like a Saturday night. The nurse that was out, whoever the nurse was on, gave out, I don't know, it was like 16 or 18 narcotics that night. A lot of PRNs. And so, and that's an as needed. PRN means as needed. So, you know, there were like, and on a normal night, you would be looking at maybe 5, 6 PRNs in a normal night. And this person was giving PRNs to people that normally you never had any issue with, that never gave you a hard time or anything. So I found it very, very interesting. So I reported it. And I said, listen, I don't know who was on here. And it was an agency nurse that was doing it. But I said, you might want to investigate and check out what this person's doing on other units as well, because there's definitely something not right, you know, with this situation. Those are things that need to be addressed. You know, there unfortunately, you know, in our field, like, okay, here's the thing is, the biggest alcoholics are cops. The biggest drug users are nurses. And the reason is why. Cops are under a lot of stress. So what is the one way that they cope with stress? Is drinking, okay? Because that's legal. As a police officer, you can drink. It's okay to drink. So that's what they do. So they deal with the nonsense and the garbage that they have to deal with alcohol. Well, nurses, the reason that nurses are such bad drug addicts, a lot of them, not all, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to throw all nurses under the bus, but there's a higher percentage of drug addicts in nurses because we have access to everything. And it's easy to do if you really want it, you know what I mean? And I used to tell people all the time, I said, man, you can drug test me anytime you want to because I will come up clean because I don't take none of that crap. You know, I hate pills. I absolutely hate pills. If I'm in pain, I may take a couple of Advil. That'll be about it. You know, I cannot stand pills. So, you know, but it was just, you know, it's a very, very sad thing that there's so much abuse of, you know, with that out there. And the narcotics are just a horrible, horrible thing. I mean, used properly, they can be a good thing, short term. But when people get on them and they just can't get off, and then they become addicted, you know, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. But yeah, not good at all. But you know, when you have somebody like this individual in Germany going and just killing people, and we've had them here in the United States as well, but that's crazy. You know, that he killed over 100 patients. That's just that's nuts. Very, very sad. Sick and twisted, demented person to do that type of thing. Very, very, very sad though that you know that they felt that they needed to do that for attention or who knows what. But I don't know. It's like I become very discouraged sometimes, and then other times, you know, I'm very encouraged. So, you know, I try to focus more on the positive than the negative. But when you see something like that, you just, what would go into that person's mind to make them want to do something like that? I mean, it's just, there is a lot of unhappy people out there, guys. It really, truly is. And it's getting dark now. So here, I got to show you on the steps. We got Miss Molly, who's done way better. She's coming in and out all the time now, so she's doing a lot better. And then Mr. Buddy up there looking at her like, what are you doing? So, anyway, guys, on this note, I'm going to jump off of here. I want to hear your thoughts on this situation, what you think. Please, you know, like, comment, and share. Hit the icon button if you're new to the channel to subscribe. And make sure you hit the bell icon after that so that you can get updated. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself, okay? So I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.